Hello, Diego.
Perfecto. Yes.
Marcel is not joining. Why?
Recycling machine. How many dollars? How many
This
dollars?
is not something she can just make up. Where is she? She been in your other classes?
Yes. We were in the.
I called her and she automatically left. I mean, she had to click on it to do that. One more time. Daniel.
I think that when she's not connected, it automatically like doesn't accept.
Okay. All right, so guys and girls, it's time for the performances. We're gonna start with Luis, Adriana, and Andrea. Miss Andrea and Adriana are going to demonstrate their model before I play their video.
No. It's playing the video.
What?
You play the video, and Adriana, when she's recording, she will in the video. She waits until we put the. We'll be doing the video.
Oh, okay. Why? Okay. All right. All right, here we go. I'm gonna share my screen.
Hi, my name is Andrea Morales.
My name is Adriana Molina.
And my name is Drew.
We are Group 3, and today we will be talking about our project to reduce the amount of plastic in the beaches of Guatemala.
Hello David, today I'm going to tell you how much pollution there is in Puerto Rico. So, it's not possible to give you an exact figure. However, it's not new that when we go to Puerto Rico beach, it's not uncommon to see garbage. But thanks to Mariano Galvez University, 65 tons were collected, including plastic and waste of stuff. So most of the contamination of Monterrico is on the beaches, like on the water, because there's a lot of black water. So it's just affecting all our marine life and all the fauna, and it's just not good. And I think that we need to take into account that black water is not healthy and it's really dangerous. So I think you just need to take care more about that and pay attention more to that kind of situations. And it's also affecting our tourism, and because just people see that and just don't want to go in because they know it's not healthy.
These plastic bottles will go to a company named Scrapex. This company recycles many materials, in which they include plastic bottles. But not all the plastic bottles will be sent to this company. Half of the plastic bottles will go to the company, and the other half of the plastic bottles will be used to create houses for people and animals who do not have any shelter. These houses will be built with the idea of a comunidad, in which is created by José Raúl López Martínez. This idea consists of building houses with plastic bottles. We as a group will be volunteers for building these houses, and any other people who wants to volunteer will be accepted.
Prices. This is a small and simple example of how our machines will work. Our machine works by inserting a plastic bottle. Then it will automatically give you a coupon. The prices of our machines will be around 20,000 quetzales for 4 machines. So it will be around 5,000 quetzales for each machine. Where will the machines be located? Our project is based on the beaches, so we are going to start installing these machines on the beaches. And if the project works, we want to expand this project and install these machines around Guatemala.
But why should Guatemala use our solution? We think our solution should be done in Guatemala because our solution is helping the environment of Guatemala be clean. There has been no solution to help this problem, reducing the amount of contamination in our country, especially in the beaches. The machines in our project will not just help the environment, they will also help reduce the amount of trash in the habitats of the sea animals. That's why we propose this solution, because our solution will be useful for the environment and will not continue damaging. Because we are going to make sure the plastic bottles will be recycled and will be used for something good. For example, the houses for the animals or people without a shelter.
Thanks for your attention and hope you like the proposal.
Stop. The people at home, could you, we're gonna spotlight, Daniel, turn your camera off, please. Daniel, turn your camera off. Daniel, please. All right, so, go ahead, demonstrate for the people at home. This is something Luis, Adriana, and Andrea built. Oh, sorry, you two built.
So first you need to put the bottle of water in the plastic bottle in the machine, and it will give you a coupon.
What does it give you?
Coupon.
Okay, and coupons are good for?
It will be for many different stores.
Okay.
And restaurants also.
Nice, okay,
And it can also give you nice money.
okay, nice, thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Stop spotlighting.
Maybe I have a question. After with a couple of videos, maybe they can try to use the machine.
Okay, all right, so thank you, Luis, Adriana, and Andrea. I appreciate it. We're gonna move on to the second video now. 1 second. Let's go with Artur. Now, before I turn this off and turn it back on the video, please remember that you're going to be commenting on these presentations, what worked, what didn't, what you think they should have included or you appreciated and so forth, okay? So please keep that in mind. You guys can go sit. All right, I'm going to share my screen. Share my audio. Here we go.
Ocean Pollution by Francisco Añá,
Diego Molina
Arturo Borges.
and Daniel Baptiste.
Do you know what ocean pollution is? Well, this problem is obviously based on the ocean and has been a problem for many years. Ocean pollution is an environmental issue that affects marine animals and the world. This problem is caused by humans. We are the ones who are damaging our oceans. This problem is caused by people throwing a massive amount of trash to the ocean. Then the ocean is filled with plastic, oils, gas, and toxic chemicals. There are also many factors that make this problem, and we will talk about them.
One of the problems that are in the ocean is trash. The trash makes up a great part of the ocean pollution with 80%. 10 million metric tons of plastic waste enter to the water each year and kill millions of animals and also contaminate the water. This trash poses dangers to both humans and animals. Fish become injured in the debris, and some animals mistake items like plastic bags for food and eat them. Small organisms feed on tiny bits of broken down plastic called microplastic and absorb the chemicals from the plastic into their tissues. Microplastics are very small. When small organisms that consume microplastics are eaten by larger animals, the toxic chemicals then become part of their tissues. In this way, the microplastic pollution migrates up the food chain, eventually becoming part of the food that humans eat. This trash also contaminates the ocean, so the coral reefs disappear. When the coral reefs disappear, the fishes lose their habitats, so they can die, and the food chain of the ocean will be messed up, and fishermen will lose their jobs because of the shortage of fish.
Another example of how ocean pollution affects animals is when people throw fish nets, some turtles get stuck in it. This makes the turtle lose the ability to move around, making the turtle unable to go to the surface to breathe, causing them to drown and die. Another thing is that overfishing affects the ocean because people fish too much for food and fish are getting extinct and creating more pollution for the ocean. Now we are going to tell you about the solutions.
One of the solutions is recycling. Recycle plastic will be used as raw material and will never get into the ocean. It also makes other materials that can contaminate the environment become non-dangerous materials. If we recycle properly and in the correct way, we can help and save all the marine animals that die because of the structure and how the plastics are made. It also helps to keep the water clean. We are avoiding the probability of more contamination during the recycling process and always trying to help the environment. There are some variable solutions, and for making and maintaining a recycled fabric, you will need to consider these basic startup costs with some possible costs and shop around the best deal. For processing facility, you will need to pay 11,564 quetzales per month. For drop-offs, you will need to pay 7,709 per unit quetzales. And for employees, bare bones staff of 5 at 77 quetzales per hour and 50,418 per week plus taxes, insurance, and social security. For equipment, you will need to pay between 38,554 to 777,090 quetzales and utilities also. All in all, you're looking for a 154,180 quetzales to 231,270 quetzales first month in business for a smoothly operating recycling business, which is why the EPA recommends finding bakers from the community to offset initial fees. One baker you might consider is the government. They offer low rates loans that you may qualify for because your business benefits both local residents and the environment. Instead, a recycle bin costs only 39 to 193 quetzales per bin and uses it well.
Another solution is going to places such as the ocean and the beach to pick up trash. There are many groups that are picking up trash. The government that has beaches can create a new work for people to pick up trash. The amount of money that the government will pay to those people will be approximately 3,800 quetzales. We can also help by going there, helping them, or just maybe give some money to people that need that to clean the ocean and do your part. And there are still a lot of things that have to do with this. Like if you're going to the beach and you see a bottle, grab it and recycle. It is so bad just going to the beach to have a good day, but also you're helping the ocean. Also, people need to don't think do that because they have to, but because they need to, because they will help the environment, and sometimes they want to do like a motivation to help them clean the ocean. There are also groups that made things like Team Seas that already take 30 million pounds of trash in the world and made 1 million more over their goal.
The use of biodegradable materials reduces the amount of pollution in the ocean and in the air. It is also environmental friendly. Straws, plates, cups, paper, utensils, notebooks, bags, and many more things can be turned to be biodegradable. Biodegradable materials are made of many healthy things and materials that don't affect the environment in a negative way, such as corn, carrots, potatoes, paper, water, and many other things. If we put this solution on foot, we will end with amazing results and we will help a large percent of the planet's aquatic ecosystem. Soon we will put a stop to throwing trash in the oceans and our environment will look beautiful.
Ocean pollution is a big problem. These problems are the consequences of human doing for decades. Humans contaminate the ocean by throwing different types of trash. Not only does this contamination affect the sea life and the ocean, it also affects humans and the environment. We encourage people to start taking action about these problems by making the solutions we tell you. We need to make this quick before it becomes worse. If we don't act quickly, we can destroy a big part of life and resources on Earth. So possibly, extreme changes to humanity will happen.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. That's 2 down, 1 to go. Please remember that you're going to be asked about what you thought and what the message was and so forth about each individual video. So, any questions before we begin for the next one? Anyone? Questions, concerns, anyone? No? Okay. That cost was, they had to pay it or it costs them?
No, it was cost for having a recycling business.
Okay, but they pay to the government or the government pays them?
No, that's the things that you need for having the business and one inversor for.
I'm only asking about the money, so I was only trying to make myself clear, or make it. Is it the company pays the government, or the government pays them, those amounts that you were talking about, those very large amounts? Weekly, monthly, yearly, were those?
Oh, the company pays the government.
The company pays the government. Okay, so where do they get the money? Are they charging the individuals, like citizens, to use their service?
No, I just say that you need that cost, you need to pay that cost to have a recycling business.
I understand that, but in order to get that amount of money, which was a large amount of money, that they're going to pay to the government, where are they getting the money to pay them? Are they charging the citizens to recycle or someone else or what?
I understand that the companies do other things before for encouraging people for recycling, so their recycle business can open and have, how to say it? Let's see.
Okay, okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to the last video here. Yes, one.
David, I also sent you the docs for you if you want to get this.
I understood everything. I just wanted to clarify the figures because that was a hefty piece of money and I wanted to be clear where it was going, who was getting it and how it was being generated. Because in the end, when you start mentioning dollar bills, how much or quetzales, whatever, people take notice, it gets serious, and it concerns how much you're gonna have to pay each month and give up each month. Okay, so that's why I was asking. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna move on. Here we go. I'm gonna share my screen. Turning on the audio. People in the video, calm down. All right, so. Will be this one right here.
Okay. Yeah.
The Pollution in the Whole World. Language Arts Final Project, Group 2, by Andrés Rivas, Mariela Reina, Marcelo Ortiz, and Guillermo Figueroa. What is the point of our project? As many people know, the climate change is a thing. It is really concerning, and there can be millions of topics to talk about. There's too many problems that it seems like there hasn't been a change or solution that has been made. In our project, we're going to be showing statistics, changes over the years, concerns, and solutions. We chose to talk about pollution and to inform the most realistic way possible.
Why pollution? Pollution is one of the main reasons climate change is happening, which causes to not be so irrelevant because of too big the problem has become.
What is light pollution? Light pollution is a major problem that even us are producing. Most of us are familiar with water pollution, air pollution, and other types of pollution. But you might not be familiar with light pollution. What is light pollution, you may be asking yourself? Well, light pollution is when the not necessary light pollutes the atmosphere. This could have serious problems to wildlife and human life. However, there are various solutions to this problem. Solutions for light pollution. There are various solutions to this problem. We could start using LED lights instead of normal lights. This could reduce energy use and protect the environment. Things like dimmers, motion sensors, and timers could help reduce even more energy. People could turn off unnecessary light to not contaminate the environment. As you can see on this picture during the 2003 Northeast blackout, before the blackout, they could not see the stars as clearly as they should. However, after the blackout, you could see the clear stars. This is showing how light pollution affects all of us. The solutions cost. Money is a big cost that we will face to solve this problem. About $3 billion per year of energy is lost to bad lighting. This is about $10 a year for every man, woman, and child in the US. Since people are using more LED lights to reduce light pollution, we are purchasing more LED lights to put on our homes. Money is a kind of obvious cost, but there are more that are presented. The people also need to put the time and effort into applying these solutions into their homes. Sometimes people do not cooperate with the solutions that are presented to us. When people do not cooperate, we cannot do anything to change it. This is my team, and my friend Guillermo Figueroa will now present to you radioactive pollution.
Radioactive pollution. Radioactive contamination, also called radiological contamination, is the deposition of our presence of radioactive substances on surfaces or within solids, liquids, or gases, including the human body. Exposure to very high levels of radiation can cause you to feel tired and can even get you skin burns until death. Areas that have high radiation are mostly because of explosions. As an example, Chernobyl has a very big and high amount of radiation, which makes it impossible to be lived on. Thanks to the decrease in the radiation, nowadays they are very close to living again in Chernobyl. And there are many places more where there has been a lot of radiation. Another example is Hiroshima. This place was destroyed because of the bomb that was thrown into the US. Just as heat from fire reduces as you move further away, the dose of radiation decreases dramatically as you increase your distance from the source. Shielding barriers of lead, concrete, or water provide protection from penetrating gamma rays. Ionizing radiation is produced by unstable atoms. Unstable atoms differ from stable atoms because unstable atoms have an excess of energy or mass or both. Radiation can also be produced by high voltage devices. Unstable atoms are said to be radioactive. Not only this could help, but also like not having bombs thrown to other places. Like, for example, in Ukraine, one of the consequences of so much bombing could be radiation increase. Here are some graphs of the radiation decrease. Next, my friend Mariela will talk to you about air pollution.
Thanks. Air pollution. From smog hanging over cities to smoke inside the home, air pollution poses a major threat to health across the globe. Almost all of the global population, 99%, are exposed to air pollution levels that put them at increased risk for diseases including heart disease, stroke, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, cancer, and pneumonia. Who monitors the exposure levels and health impacts, i.e. deaths, DALYs, of air pollution at the national, regional, and global level from ambient, outdoor, and household air pollution. Such estimates are used for official reporting like the World Health Statistics and the Sustainable Development Goals. During the same time period, total emissions of the six principal air pollutants dropped by 73%. The graph also shows between 1986 and 2019, CO emissions increased by 11%. Peabody recognizes the climate change is occurring and that the human activity, including the use of fossil fuels, contributes to greenhouse gas emissions. We also recognize that the coal is essential to affordable, reliable energy despite the acknowledgement not only to the company clogging the skies with CO2, but it has also spent decades spreading disinformation about climate change. According to the Guardian, Peabody Energy has founded at least 2,000 groups that cast doubt on man-made climate change, oppose environmental regulations like most of things in life. The end goal of this was, you guessed it, money. Solutions for air pollution. Creating policies and passing laws to restrict air pollution has been an important step towards improving air quality. In 1970s, fueled by persistent visible smog in many U.S. cities and industrial areas and increasing health problems caused by air pollution, the Clean Air paved the way for numerous efforts and improved the air quality in the United States. The Clean Air Act requires the Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, to set a fair quality standards for several hazardous air pollutants reported in the Air Quality Index requires states to have a plan to address air pollution and emission reduction, and also addresses problems such as acid rain, ozone holes, and greenhouse pollution, which is causing the climate to warm.
Now I'll be talking about water pollution. Water pollution is the contamination of water sources by substances which make the water unusable for drinking, cooking, cleaning, swimming, and other activities. Pollutants include chemicals, trash, bacteria, and parasites. All forms of pollution eventually make their way to water. Air pollution settles onto lakes and oceans. Land pollution can seep into an underground stream, then to a river, and finally to the ocean. Thus, waste dumped in a vacant lot can eventually pollute our water supply. Solutions for water pollution. Useless water. Clean, fresh water may seem plentiful, but there is a limited amount available on Earth. Use water-saving devices on sinks, in toilets, and in showers. Take short showers instead of baths. Do not run the water constantly while brushing your teeth. Wash clothes when you have a full load of laundry. Only water your lawn and plants when absolutely necessary. Avoid pouring chemicals down the drain. Use fewer chemicals and cleaners around the home. Not only will you cut down indoor air pollution, but also on the amount of chemicals entering the water system. If necessary, use biodegradable cleaners. Do not pour oil or other chemicals into the drainage system on the street. Have your water checked for lead contamination. Many homes have lead pipes or lead around connections in the pipes which carry water to their homes. Since this lead may enter your drinking water and cause medical problems in your young children, you might want to have the water tested. If lead is present, installing a filter may solve the problem. Do not pollute outdoor water sources. Do not pour oil or other chemicals into the drainage system on the street. A little oil can kill many plants and animals. Do not litter, especially near water. Litter may be eaten as food by animals and cause harm to them. Do not use pesticides in lawns or use only organic ones. Use less fertilizer also. All these can enter our water sources.
Thanks for hearing our project.
Okay.
I do want to mention one thing. Keep sharing audio, since Guillermo rewrote history. Let's see.
Problems that it seems
Which
That use even like solution.
in the there has been a lot of radiation. Another example is Hiroshima. This place was destroyed because of the bomb that was thrown into the US.
Okay, so history records that United States, a very sad and low point in our history, but we did it to stop the war in our defense. But we did bomb Hiroshima and Nagasaki. But according to Guillermo, the bomb was thrown into the United States, not by the United States into Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So please be careful rewriting history for your fellow classmates. But thank you. Just wanted to clear it up so everyone understood. We used the bomb. It wasn't used on us. Okay? Thank you. All right. So that ends our little video, little presentations there. I want to appreciate all the work you guys did. Thank you. Do any of you have any questions or concerns or anything about this process? Yes, Juan.
Tomorrow we tell what we like and we don't like about movies about.
Yeah, I have a series of questions. I want you to, one, tell me what the video was about. Two, what did you think of the different, did you agree with the solutions? Do you think they're actually viable? Would you recommend them? Do you think there's something you would have done yourself or whatever for the video, okay? Try to be respectful. I'm the one who's going to read them, of course, but I actually want to know what you think. When you see your fellow classmates generate work, you should learn to critique each other. And I'm going to have a series. The series is going to be, the questions are going to be identical. When it gets to be your own group, I do want you to critique yourself. Don't skip your section, okay? So that's pretty much it. We have about 7 minutes left. Guys at home, do you have any questions or concerns, anything you want to say before I let you guys go and give you a little bit of break? Anyone? Luis, Marcela, Diego, Daniel? Anyone? Are you guys still there?
No, I have no more
Yeah.
questions.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. All right, guys. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and thank you so much for your work.